As I promised, we were talking about um trend. That how would you know the trend? And now look at how it is here. You will agree with me. There were some good fall before a spike up on this boom. Some nice fall before some interrupted spikes. Then like this. The EA would have performed pretty well from here because the market was really stable. Don't really be bothered about these two moving averages. I actually use these to trade spike and I analyze. That was the system I traded some days yesterday and day before yesterday. And someone was actually saying, have I tested it on the real? I just said, look at this one. The same guy is the scammer in the group, David OP, going around soliciting members that he wants to manage their accounts. When there is fault in someone's life, all it does is to be looking out for faults in people's life. Anyway, I would just like to tell you that I trade this with Spike, these two lines. There are two ways I trade it. But for the EA is on now. It's exactly uh 11:51 a.m. where I am, and I can still have the EA trades if the condition is okay. If the condition is okay. So this is crash 1000, and look at the trend when but during this area, when you see it like this, look at how it was compacted together. You see what I did? Look at my EA. It was disabled. I disabled the EA on crash 1000. How did I disable it? Right click on expert list. Look at it here. Click on property. Click on common. You see here, allow automated. I did not tick the box. Look at the box is left open. It is left opened because the trend there cannot be predicted. Look at, you will see a little move up, then spike down. Move up, spike down. So it is what? It is dangerous. So that is why I have left it. And you can see the two trend lines. They also came together. This trend line, their aim is, I just incorporated it to trade manually. I don't use these lines there to trade with my EA. No, I only look at the formation the way it is. Look at this one. It's a very nice trend. Pretty soon the EA is going to pick a trade very very soon. It's going to pick a trade. Okay, and when the trend has actually gotten to this area, this red area below, I will be waiting for a spike. I will trade spike up. I will just place a buy limit and a spike will be taken. This is how I'll be maximizing the trade. But for the trend, this is a nice trend, but you cannot always predict binary.com. You know that. This boom and crash is actually made for them to scam us. It's made for them to rip people off. But you can just strategize better. It is not all about the trading system, it is about your strategy. Your trading system could be good, your indicators could be good, it could be very superb. But if your strategy is not good, you will lose all your money. My own strategy is to trade when the spike is calm. Look at it's relatively calm. That is when the spike is calm. Let me zoom out. Now you can see that. Uh, okay, you see that when the spike is calm, you trade. But around this area, when you've seen one, two, three spike like this, I will not trade. I will disable my EA quickly. That is why you need to have time of trading system, time of trading. Look at these spikes here, around here, and look at the spike, look at the spike, look at another spike. So you just have to do what? To mellow. You have to stop. Just allow it to be. Trading is not a do or die affair. It is not a do or die affair. No. When you see that spike is happening consecutively like this, it means they are trying. You can see my trades. You can see all my trade. This is a real account. Okay. Well, I really don't know what that guy wants. That was why I just want to tell you guys watching the video, if you think it's demo, yeah, it might be demo good. It's my knowledge. That is the wisdom God has given to me to bring about this. And if it is real, then it is my money. You see that? So it's a two-way things, win-win stuff. Okay, I'm going to put this video on a pause now, and let's see a trade will be executed anytime from now. Anytime from now, a trade will be executed. As you can see, crash 1000 during the making of this video. You can see another crash here, and as it crashed, look at boom 1000. It also had a little spike. Okay, it also had a little spike. So I'm going to pause the video until trade is being executed. Okay, so now I'm not going to trade even spike here because it has not really gotten to where I actually am supposed to trade. The trend, I will wait for the trend to move up and touch the magenta color. When it touches it, then it's going to spike down. I will place the spike around that region and it's going to spike. Okay, then here I'm just going to wait patiently. I'm going to wait patiently until the conditions are met, because I see a good prospect here until the conditions are met. So one thing in trading, both in forex, you don't use a lot that you cannot afford to lose. In trading, be composed. Deposit money that if the worst go to worst, you can actually afford to part with. Put all your strategy in place. Don't be anxious. Follow your trading rule and leave the rest. But in boom and crash, you need to be very careful. As in, be very careful. If you cannot trade with the trend, as we are picking just a candle or so, then wait for when to spike. We trade a spike. Even the spike, most times you cannot guarantee. For at times, for 1 hour, it might not spike. For 1 hour, yeah, it might not spike. So you just have to be wise. That is just it. In binary option trading, anything that has to do with speculation. In indices trading, take trading, everything, they carry same amount of risk, but the boom and crash has the highest risk level. So you just got to know that. This trading system here is actually a free trading system. This one with filter is HMA Trend Pro. HMA Trend Pro. It's the free one. Okay. When you install it, it gives you this. So I combine the filter here diligently. I combine it with this trend mark here and this trend line here. There is a way I trade it, and I trade it into strategy. One is the spike and the other is actually not spike. I'm going to make a separate video and I'm going to pass this across to everyone who has gotten the EA or have gotten the indicator free of charge. Because I got it free, then I cannot sell it. I am to give it to every of my subscribed member, either a premium member or those who have paid for the boom and crash, either the indicator or the EA. I'm going to make a separate video and teach you how I use this. Imagine the crash again. This is strictly downtrend because look at, you see this, because look at it, strictly downtrend. So I'm going to teach you how I use the spike and how I pick the trade with the trend. Okay, two in one. If I cannot make the video today, I'll be making the video tomorrow. This video is strictly to enlighten us on when to trade and when not to trade. Don't trade the EA when the spikes are happening. Look at it, they are too compacted. Don't, please, disable as I disable my own boom crash EA. Then I left the boom crash EA active. Maybe it's going to pick a trade now. I don't know. Let me look at the lot I'm using. 0.3 lot. Well, I increased to 0.5 lot. Let's see what happens there in the next 1 minute 17 seconds. Okay, let's wait for it and see if a trade will be executed. My first trade today, this morning, here, I was spiked against. So there was no trade execution yet. No. You see the arrow, the indicators? These are the areas where the EA are supposed to have picked the trade. Here, here, here. Okay. So I'm expecting it to pop up anytime from now. I drew a line, an horizontal line, to denote the major support area. Look at this spike here. It happened around here, support area. Look at another spike here. It happened around a support area. So you should be very careful here. There might be another support because the support was broken here. So let's see if it's going to be broken. And remember, it actually broke here and it went back. So we should take that into cognizance also if you are trading. It's very important. If the pop-up had come around from the second, third candle, it would have been easier. But now the pop-up has not come up and it's not around the support area, then you should be careful. Do you now see what I mean? So your own input matters for you to actually have a greater success. And you know, whenever where the pop-up happens, that is where the EA will pay the trade. For those of you who don't have the arrow, that is the same thing. Anywhere this arrow pops up, the EA trades. Okay. So now as it is there now, I'm skeptical about this region because it is a strong support area. For these two places, a strong support area here and here. I hope we've seen it very well. But I'm still going to trade. So in that case, I'm going to remove from 1, okay, 0.5 is okay. There might likely be a pop-up. This video is long. You see the arrow pop up, but there was no trade execution. There was no trade execution. What happened? Oh, then I'm going to be trading manually. There's about to be a trade execution. There's about to be a trade. Or was it because I disabled this? Oh, now I've seen the mistake. Problem. Two trades. I'll be closing it manually. These are the trades, and I will be closing it manually. I understood why the EA didn't pick trade. I knew the reason. I'm going to pause this video. I wouldn't want it to be unduly long. Once it is some seconds to the end of the trade, I'm going to close the trade. Okay, I think we've been able to understand when and the best time to use the EA to trade, and also the best time to actually trade manually to avoid unnecessary spike and to avoid burning of accounts. Odeyemi Akinyemi remain my humble name. Thank you and God bless you.